and tell me, and share my screen. Share screen. I think it's actually going to come up here on desktop 2 if I do that and then put that up. Tell me.
Yeah, I can see us both and the screen.
All right. So are you looking at that shell where it says you are unique?
Yes.
All right. So that's cool. Now I can see us both in the screen. All right. So one of the first things that we need to understand is that you are unique, and this is what we want to do. We want to use Facebook to set you apart from every other coach and hypnotherapist, and it's actually about finding who you are and what you offer, because there are so many, in this world there are so many of everything. But no one can bring what Joanne can bring to the table. So
yeah.
And the reason I've got strategy, why are you here? Because some people say, oh, because everybody else is on Facebook and I know I need to be on Facebook. Others go, like, I really hate Facebook, but I know I need to use it. So I don't get the sense that you hate Facebook. I get the sense that you get frustrated with it. But so just share. So
I don't hate Facebook. I'm not comfortable with having my picture taken or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've sort of got over that a fair bit.
Yeah.
I suppose I don't understand, like, connecting all the dots. Yep. I can get the beginning and the end, but then there's this whole chasm in between that it's just like, it might as well be a chasm.
Yeah, yeah. And I get that too, and I understand that frustration. I'm feeling your pain. What do you want? What do you want to get out of Facebook? Because you keep coming back, you keep showing up, and you're going to get there. I know you are, because you're the one. If anyone's there, front and center, it's Joanne. So, and that's really, my mum would say, you just don't need to do any work at school. You just show up and stuff will happen. And this is the same in life. You show up and stuff happens, like this.
Yeah. Well, so, I had a whole semester of stats, and the lecturer just said, you mature age students are the one. If you just keep turning up,
yep,
turn up to everything, and you will pass.
Yep.
And I sat through a 2-hour exam, and if you asked me anything about stats now, I would not be able to tell you. So
you know what? I totally get that too.
That's one of the reasons why I didn't go on and do honours in psychology, because it meant more stats, and I went, no, I'm not doing that.
Yep, you show, and I actually, that's why I did my master's by coursework, not research. So I get that too. So tell me, why are you on Facebook? What is it that you want to get out of being here?
Ultimately, to have a business that to promote myself and therefore my business, and create an income.
Yeah.
And also that it's not fixed to any one spot.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy, doing all the interactive things like going live on Facebook and getting to the point where I do Zoom or whatever with clients and all that. I don't have a problem with that at all. I don't have a problem with, like, my client base maybe being early in the morning and late at night. Don't have a problem with that. Because I don't see myself comfortable being in like a space.
Okay, so you're looking for flexibility. You're looking for to be able to basically have a laptop lifestyle or a portable business that you can take with you. Perfect. So in terms of on Facebook, using Facebook to because that's part of the whole picture. Can I just ask, this is a bit of an aside, have you done business planning with anyone? Have you got a business coach?
I've just done a few sessions with Mary, but that's more personal growth stuff.
Yeah.
And like sort of over the last 12 months, really, I've gone pretty hard and deep with the personal stuff. So yeah, and like I sort of came to the conclusion when I wasn't getting any traction, I was going to go, okay, worrying about all the techie stuff is making me lose my passion.
Yeah.
So I was going to employ somebody.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, when I talk about business coaching, I'm talking about someone that can talk to you about how to actually translate what you're doing into dollars.
Yeah, and that's exactly. I met with somebody local that I met through Carolyn Jeffries' thing.
Yes.
And I was gonna employ her because I sat down and met with her, and she kind of got me, and I thought, the more I stop and worry about the techie stuff.
I'm not talking about the techie stuff.
No, but that's not getting me playing clients. Yeah.
Now, I'm talking about strategic planning and about what's your income goals. What are your income goals? What programs and packages have you got and how much do they cost, and how many do you have to sell to be able to reach your income goals? Have you done any of that sort of planning?
No.
Okay. That's a critical part. Now, this is so outside of what we're talking about here, but I think once you do that, and I don't, where you, like I had Rosemary Killip help me. She was amazing. And she sat down and she said, right, list what you've got. You've got your products and services. The easiest way to do it is just to write down, it is $180 for a session. If I do group work, it costs this. My goal in 12 months' time is to earn $50,000. This is how many I have to do. This is how many one-on-one sessions, or this is how many group sessions, or this is how many laughter sessions. This is how many people I need to subscribe to whatever to get to that point. So, like, I know you've got the smarts to do that yourself, but I've
I've done a small business.
If you did the niece, I don't know whether that's.
Yeah, I've done that.
Do they actually teach you to sit down and do that planning?
Yeah, the whole thing.
All right, so go back to that, because what you will do then is you'll say, all right, well, this week I am looking for, I want 3 clients. You may not get, in fact, you probably won't get it in the first 6 or 12 months, but don't worry about that. But at least you've got, I've written myself checks every year for $150,000, and every year I go, that's it, I'm putting the price up because okay. So it's, but don't worry about that. But just do the planning so that you can break it down to the smallest. You might think, well, that's actually only 2 clients a week. I can do that.
And I have written it down. I have done that stuff.
Yep. Okay, cool. All right. So just as so it gives you a bit of an idea, because otherwise it's a bit of a nebulous mess, and it's always good to go back and just revisit that from time to time, as well as your annual calendar, if you've got a calendar that you sort of plan out every year and then break it down into 3 months and then monthly and then weekly goals. So that sort of business planning is useful. So that's outside of what we're doing here. We're running out of time. Let's keep going. All right. So that's just why you're here, is you're wanting to grow your business. So you're wanting to attract clients into your business. That's the end goal for you, which is so client and I'm putting words in your mouth. What are your words around that?
Well, I suppose I'm using it as a platform to be totally upfront and out there and attract paying clients.
Yep. So to grow your brand, to get known.
Yeah.
Grow brand,
and to get paying clients.
Yeah.
Because it's at the moment I'm having to do 2 days volunteering a week, which is just destroying my soul.
There are serious there are serious flaws in the system. Like if they would let you use that time to volunteer on your own business, that would make more sense. But anyway, that's another conversation for another time.
Absolutely.
So the old world marketing versus the new world marketing. The old world marketing is, I'm going to put an ad on TV, or I'm going to do flyers. Now the flyers still work, and I find that I do have a lot of success with things like putting the cards on the local community notice board and that type of thing, but it's coupled with doing stuff online as well. So there is, again, we're just focusing on Facebook here, but there is other stuff that you can do, and you probably are already doing it. So funnily
enough, because I volunteer at ECH, their day program here, and I've actually been doing laughter with the oldies that come there.
Yeah.
And one of the girls said, "Oh no, did you used to have red glasses? I've seen you on Facebook." "Yeah, Puzzle Pink, I've seen you.
Yeah.
So, and they're all the staff are on board now.
Yep. So that's beautiful. So what you're doing is making a difference. And even though you're saying that's soul destroying, what you're doing is you're actually creating awareness by bringing your skills and talents into your volunteer role. That's perfect. Like you'll look back at this and you'll go, oh my God, the universe had that plan for me.
And also it's made me grateful in another sense as well, because I see and hear all the crap that is still going on. And because for a moment there I thought, perhaps I'll just go and get another job. And then I thought, no, what are you thinking? The last 4 employers haven't paid you what you were owed, dumped on you and did the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And you've got the perfect opportunity here to change it, and you're wanting to go back. So I'm thinking, no, I can't do that.
Yeah. So obviously you're doing something right in some area there that's going to be, I think, just by what you told me about them saying, yes, we recognise you from Facebook, there is some stuff happening there that you can't foresee around who knows who and what they, who's going to refer who to you. Just keep doing that, because there is some, you don't know who's watching. You really don't. All right. So the old world marketing is expecting, it's like cold marketing. You go out, you do that whole now what's it called? I call it push me pull you marketing. So it's like you're pushing yourself out there, and I relate to that on Facebook as well. You go out, you connecting with people that you don't know. It's scattergun approach. You are it really is not strategic or specific. You might put an ad in the local paper, that type of thing. The New World marketing is all based on, I love it because it's based on the law of attraction. And it's based on attraction, like relational stuff. So it's based on well, it's no accident that you're a code breaker. And it's no accident that we're speaking here right now, is it?
No.
Because it was a deliberate strategy on my part to decide who I wanted to work with. And then I just did what appealed to people like you on Face. So you will be doing the same thing with the people with your target audience or your target profile as well. So when we get through this, it will all come together. The technical stuff is part of it, but there's a mindset thing here as well. And there's a way of being on Facebook that is something that I think you've got it. Maybe it's about putting a couple more of the pieces into place. So the opportunity and the time is right now. I cannot stress this enough. I know when we get frustrated and we want to kick it out the window and the internet packs up and shit just doesn't go right, we can have a little hissy fit, but and I do too regularly, and then I go pick myself up, dust myself off, and off I go again, because it is when you get like that, I guess it's about saying, well, how can you help people if you haven't, so if your end goal is to help people and attract clients into your business, then learning this stuff or being present and being here is critical. So the attraction-based marketing is the New World marketing, and your tribe is definitely going to attract, your vibe is definitely going to attract your vibe. So you've got the laughter group. I won't talk about how that's going at the moment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to be, as we go through the next 12 weeks together, I will be sharing with you things around where you can find the people and how to connect with them and get them onto your did I go through the House of Facebook with you, or have you sort of familiar with that concept?
I'm sort of familiar. I think I've heard it or read it somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'll do today, we'll cover the House of Facebook, and then you'll understand a bit more about how to see all of Facebook as an incredibly powerful business tool. All right. So this is done really for, I did it for network marketers, but it is absolutely applicable to everybody. Lead with your own personal brand. And this is, when we say not the product, it's not your service, and it's not the not the opportunity, it's not the service, or it's not getting clients. So when you said that you were correct in saying you want to get clients, but if you're leading with that, I must get clients, then that's actually going to be something that might work against you. So if you're thinking about promoting or leading with who Joanne is and what value Joanne can provide, and I know you get this, then you'll find that people will be automatically drawn into you, drawn towards you, and you'll get the right people. Your tribe, your vibe attracts your tribe, and you'll find that there are clients that will come out and naturally and progressively. It's like an airplane taking off down a runway. It is, the hardest part is to get the momentum, but once the momentum's up and running, it's like now. And I tell you honestly, I've been at this for a bit over 2 years now, and this is I never thought, it was like the first probably 18 months were, oh, that's it, I'm done, I'm not going to do it anymore, and I'm over it, and fuck it, and all that sort of stuff. But I kept going because I knew that it was the right thing to do. It felt right. It felt, even though it was frustrating as it was. And now I'm starting to feel like the airplane's taking off. So the only way you won't win is if you give up. But you don't need me to tell you that. You know that, don't you? Okay. So let's have a look at your story. I'm just going to skip through this because this is more around. This is actually something that you probably should have a think about as well. Your opinion, become a thought leader. Now, you are doing this with your laughter therapy because I don't know of any other person that does it. I mean, there's lots of people who do it on Facebook. Actually, I do. I know one other person, but I think you are you, because it's so unique, and when you do this, if you write more, you share more, you create more, you can be seen as the thought leader and I think laughter therapy is your thing. It is something that's definitely your thing, even though sometimes you don't feel like laughing about it. I would say that if you can focus on, and I know there's all that technical crap that you feel like is slowing you down, but if you can focus on doing things like, would you get inspired to do, oh, right, now I'm inspired, I want to write a blog, I want to write some stuff, I want to do a video. Do you get ideas that inspire you like that, or?
All the time.
Yeah, and then you go,
I lost your sound, sorry. I missed what you said, Adair.
I swore. It was probably. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's all good now.
Okay. All right. No, I think I was going, do you get inspired to do things and then you go, oh no, I've got to hook this fucking thing up with that shitting thing over there. And
No, I don't. And that's sort of how the gratitude journal thing came about.
Beautiful.
Because what happened was I was skimming through stuff in relation to National Smile Day.
Yeah.
And then I came across Medibank articles and everything. And they had about a few little articles, and one of them was the gratitude journal challenge, right?
Yeah.
I thought, okay, well, we've got National Smile Day, we've got that I'm already doing the free journaling thing on like Tuesday and Thursday, and I've done the wellness and resilience, and then I thought, well, okay, this, by doing $30 for 30 days, and they can keep on using it because I've made it generic.
Uh-huh.
And then I came up with the freebie of the 12 steps to being happier.
Yeah.
Because I thought then that relates to gratitude and everything as well.
Uh-huh.
But then I can't sort of gel it all together so that people go, oh yeah, I want that freebie, and yeah, I'll pay $30. And that's where I'm getting stuck. The ideas are not a problem.
Okay. All right. So
I keep coming out, but I can't sort of rein them into any logical sequence.
Okay. All right. So when we get to the part about looking at how that works, that's where I would suggest that you go back to your, and I understand where you're coming from, because I had the free ebook, and then I had the Accelerate Your Business page, and the code breakers came up, and then there was a few other bits and pieces in between. And I was going, now, do I have a free? Do I have a silver, bronze, gold package? What does it look like? How is it? Now, that's something where I'm suggesting a business coach would be really, really helpful, or go back to the niche stuff and figure, like, if they got templates where you can do packages, go back and
I'm thinking for myself, even though I've been really not fearful, but like living on $300 is not easy.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking by putting the money out there and employing a business coach, then that's going to give me more focus and allow the abundance to come in, like the money to come in, because I'm not being fearful and I'm not being wish-washy about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's stepping into that. Oh, if you're not doing the prosperity game with Linda, go and do that. I know it's another thing.
And I haven't yet. No, I've got the link. Yeah.
I'm starting in the next one, but you know that I think that's going to be so powerful, and just hanging out with them in that group and a little bit just popping in there every couple of days has been really powerful. So I love that concept, and I think if that's going to start, if just getting the abundant mindset going, because you know I could look at what's in my bank account and I could get seriously depressed, but I can feel all this abundance around me. So it's coming at us, and when it hits, it's just like it's hit now, and it's just going to keep snowballing.
And I know, like Linda said in one of the things, like they'll all start flowing.
It will. Yeah, it will. It's there for all of us. It really is. This is not pie, this is magic pudding. We're just all going to make it so big. It's there for all of us. All right. So I'm going to go into the 10 steps to attracting customers. And this is where the sort of the broad overview of what we're going to be looking at in the next little while. Okay. The first thing I talk about is the mindset for success is critical. Now, as a fellow hypnotherapist and healer, you know, it is one of the things that I find that a lot of people do is spend a lot of time in the news feed. Now, this is what you end up like. I don't know if this relates to you, but when I do this when I'm running workshops, people just quite often giggle and go, yeah, I can relate to that. Because
I've used that emoji.
It's all pixelated, but I tell you what, it's that's what you end up looking like, and you could actually lose hours and days, weeks, months, years of your life if you are too focused on the news feed. So what I suggest is that we use the mindset is that you're actually looking at Facebook as a powerful business tool. The newsfeed does factor into it, but it isn't a huge thing. So if you find yourself, and this is something that I did and I still catch myself doing, but I had to seriously train myself out of it, because and I would actually say, I'm doing it for research, and then if I was honest with myself, I'd go, well, who are you kidding? You're procrastinating because there's something that you don't want to do or you don't want to think about. That's why you're scrolling through the news feed. But then I would say, okay, I'd give myself permission to have 10 or 15 minutes, and then I would even set the alarm. And as long as I was disciplined to go back to doing what it was, I would be, and then I'd be okay. But I've seen people waste complete days on the news feed. And if you're in business, and like I said, not saying it's you, but too many people can relate to this. The other thing is people do hate Facebook, and they go, well, I just want to use Facebook be a business on Facebook. And to that I say, everywhere you go, there you are. Now, I don't think that's you, because you're quite happy to be authentic and real and work your profile as well as your business page. But I've developed this concept called the House of Facebook. And if I can get my mouse to work, which doesn't really matter because it's a static post here anyway, but the House of Facebook is your personal profile. If you think of that as the hallway, so the only way in and out of Facebook is through the hallway, which is your personal profile, and leading off of the hallway, you've got your different rooms, and inside of those rooms there's different things that you can do, and you can see there the messenger or your business or your fan page room. Since I've done this, they've got another little sub room in here, which is, let me see if I can get a I don't know, I wonder if it'll let me draw. Let's see, a little sub room there, and
You're
that's
doing it.
Hey,
You're doing it.
yeah. Oh, that's a W. It's supposed to be an M. So turn upside down and have a look at that. That's another mess. I don't know. Totally upside down. That's the wet corner. No, that's that's the messenger in your business page. Now we've got chat bots that you oops. I feel like I'm doing it left-handed and with my hands tied behind my back, but you get the picture. So we're doing it. There's chat bots here in the business or fan page room as well. In Messenger, this is getting bigger and bigger again, so there's lots of stuff that we'll be able to do in the Messenger room. But when you look at it as a whole, as its entirety, it's like a house. It's got one unit. This is your house of Facebook. So the only way in or out is through the passageway here. And instant articles is another one which I haven't explored yet, but I'm not, so I won't go into that here. Events is another one that's really coming big on the horizon very soon, if it's not here already. Games, I say, if you're in the games room and your games is not your business, then you've got no business being in the games room. So so groups here, you'll spend a bit of time in this room, and you'll spend a bit of time in this room, and you'll spend a bit of time in this room, and you'll spend a bit of time in this room. Facebook adverts, not a lot of businesses that I work with spend time here, but there could be some in the future. I would be planning to do ads in the future. Right now, if you're saying that if there's limited funds, you've got to be real. Like, I've just taken another job so that will fund my Facebook addiction. No, it's actually going to fund an advertising strategy for me to get my Time TV up and running. So I'm just doing what I need to do to get where I need to go. So that's Facebook ads. And the events, now that's now going to be a huge one for small businesses. So watch this space with events. So it was Messenger. The Messenger is now Messenger chatbots here. So that's currently been paused at the moment. But what you'll see is there are several different, I'm just trying to think, is there anywhere else? So there are several different places that you can go on Facebook and do different things. So it's important to understand this concept. But altogether, they make up a powerful, an incredibly powerful business tool. So we go on your back veranda, you can have 5,000 friends. Now, most people have family here. Now, I know you got some interesting family dynamics, but people, they have family, they have friends, and I was speaking to someone just yesterday who said, "Look, I don't want my family or my friends because they think I'm a Fruit Loop for her other stuff that she does, because she does healing, and her day job is a very dry, like accounting type job." And she said, "I don't want these people to know what I'm doing on Facebook. I just want to be this. I just want to be my business page. I don't want to be myself on Facebook because I don't know, or I don't want these other people to know who I am." I can't stress this enough, and I think you're going to be okay because you get this. But people like that, I think, are going to really struggle with the concept of everywhere you go, there you are. You have to be authentic on Facebook. You have to be genuine, and you have to act in integrity. But if your family don't like that, piss them off.
Look, I don't exist to my family. I'm invisible. So,
right. So So
it doesn't matter.
that's not an issue. But so I would say this to everybody that I coach as well, because they go, well, my family don't want to see the stuff that I post on Facebook that's not relevant to them, like the business stuff. So I go, actually, I normally say, I say, all right, put them in a secret group, and then put all your family in a secret group, and you can do the same with your friends. So would you consider us to be friends?
I think so. Yeah.
That wasn't a trick question. So,
Yeah.
so
I think I'm learning that the universe is showing me that people can see the authentic me, and that's my new family, or that's my tribe.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally. They're the ones that you want to, they might be soul sisters or soul brothers from a past life. You don't know. So,
Yeah.
so with your friends now, and again, some people, not necessarily you, but some people will find that they go, like my daughter was doing Arbonne, and her friend Renee hated seeing the Arbonne post. She wouldn't buy the product. She just went, network marketing, it's all bullshit. And she just didn't want to know anything about it. And so Amber's going, well, I don't want to post on my profile because I think that my friend might get offended. And I'm going, well, is it your business or her business? Put her in a secret group, Or what you can do is you can make friends lists, and then you can say, I only want this post to go to this person. And you can say, your public profile goes to everybody. So I encourage people to have a profile that is as open as you are humanly possibly comfortable with. Because the more open you are, the better it is for people to find you, the better it is. There's 2.2 billion people on Facebook, and you're really wanting to make yourself as accessible to as many people that resonate with you, that are your target profile, as possible. And they're not people that you currently know on Facebook. We're going to go out and we're going to find them, and then their friends will find you as well. So it's a cumulative thing. Your personal profile, this is that Facebook loves it when you act in your personal profile. They love this when you do this with it. Okay, so if you're paying, then you're going to get more traction. But if you're not paying, use your personal profile, use your business page, and you can interact as your business page. You can do posts and share them to your personal profile. You can do personal profile posts and share them to your business page, although they won't come up as your business page. They'll come up as community. But keep the two interacting and engaging with each other where it's appropriate. If it's really personal, then, don't put it on your business page. But if it's, people love celebrations, so what you might go, oh, look, I've got a new certificate in timeline transformation therapy, and you put it on your personal profile, you put it on your business page because it's totally relevant to your business. So where they interact is it's a little bit hit and miss, but you go, I do stuff on my personal profile, I do stuff on my business page, and I do cross them over where, but you find the right mix for you. So if some people just do completely all inspirational posts on their personal their business page, and then just do all grumpy cat or photos of their grandkids or whatever on their personal profiles. But you can do both, but just know that think about the people that you are. Hang on. Let's see. The microphone keeps changing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I've just got to put my hands up like this so I don't touch it. So when you get really crystal clear about who your target profile is, then the next natural thing that will happen is you will know intuitively what to put where. because you'll know what they're talking about, you know their pain points, you'll know. So when you're doing something on your personal profile and you think, oh, you know, this is going to resonate with that person, then you might say, all right, well, I'm going to make that across to my business page. So ideally people will have some maybe small delineation between your personal profile and your business page, but they really, if you're really putting 5,000 people on your back veranda who your target profile is, then they should, there's nothing, they probably wouldn't need to know that there's a difference between Puzzle Pink and Joanne Lukehurst.
Yeah.
Because you will be you. Now, of that 5,000 people, now I've got about 200 or 300 people on my personal profile that I'm related to, and I haven't put them in a secret group, and they do put up with me. But what I found is the ones who don't want to put up with me have self-selected out. So I've seen some of my cousins that have unfriended me, and I go, oh yeah, whatever. My sister, I love her to bits, but she's a happy clapper. And I said to her, I'll stay friends with you on Facebook, but I'm unfollowing you because I don't want to see your posts. And, and I'd said to her, I love you dearly, but, it's like, nah, not that I'm in the newsfeed that often. So it's about taking control and deciding where you go, what you do, and who you put on your back veranda. So you've got 5,000 people. If even 1,000 of them were your perfect ideal client who wanted to throw their money at your face to help them, would you be able to cope with that?
Oh, I think I'd cope, yeah.
1,000 clients? You reckon?
Yeah.
Careful what you wish for, because so just know the power of this, and they are there. They're waiting to hear your message. Now, I have no idea how to get this off because I'm using something here which is not, and we might have to go through the rest of it with. Oh, hang on. Oh no. All right, annotation off. That was silly. All right. Oh, here we go. Text, select, format, undo, clear all drawing. Oh, there you go. I just learned something new about this that I had no idea existed. There you go. I'm stoked. Now, we're not going to do settings because we will go through that when we do the health check. We'll do the front of the page and the back of the page. Let's see if I can get the mouse back. Mouse, come on. There we go. So that's step 2 is doing the settings. But today, and we will go through those and make sure that they're all. Now, I think we have done them in. Was it your page I used for one of them that we did? Yep. Okay. So that might not take too long, but we'll go over that, and that's one of the things that we will be going over. We'll do another health check, or what we do is we can revisit the health check that I've done, and when we revisit it, we'll look at implementing the things that I made suggestions. We'll see what you've implemented. We'll see whether we need to do a video for the cover, or where we need to improve, or different things that you were looking at doing but you hadn't done, so we can nut that out. So if we've already got that document to start with, that'll save us some time, and we can go over that again. So that will be 1 week. And this is pretty much how we're going to work through it. So we'll look at next week, we'll go over your settings, and if we get time, we'll do the health check as well. The identifying, now this is old stuff, it's now your target profile. So this is week 3. We, again, because we're doing this in Code Breakers, what you would have done is you would have gone through that. We can use this as a huge, this would be a massive opportunity for you to get ready, get things together, and we can go over doing an interview. Next steps. Oh, hang on. I've done it again.
It's okay. I can hear you. Every now and again, I see a little red line.
Yep. That's cool. No, I've done it again, but I think it's cool. All right. So so this is now, we'll go over, we'll work out the materials, the information that we get when we're actually in the Code Breakers webinar and go through that. We'll compile that and we'll apply it directly to your circumstances. We'll do the questions and get the feedback. So this is in this week, we'll be looking at that. So you'll have an opportunity to do some pre-work around that as we go through the month, doing your ideal profile, your target profile, and then we'll be able to, hey, that looks like, Sue Williams, that girl down the front. I don't know. There we go. We've got friends here already. Okay. Now, then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at 10 ways to use groups for business. So we'll look at your group that you've got set up. I think you've got at least one, haven't you?
Yeah.
And we'll look at things like look at what you're doing, how the group's set up, what you're doing, what the questions you are that you're asking in the group. We'll look at different things that are going to help you grow your group membership. Are you finding that's going a little bit slow?
It's non-existent.
Okay, so what I'm going to do in step 4 is we'll be doing a strategy once you've identified who your target profile is, and we're going to go and find 1,000 of those to put on your back veranda and also in your group. And that's going to be your source of clients that are coming to you. Can you see how this is all fitting together?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Step 5 is, this is once we've got your group set up, this is where I go through with you, and this is in week 5, where we actually find these people. And again, I've changed the terminology. I seriously have to update my slides, but the principle is still the same. So we'll spend a week, or I'll spend an hour with you. We're going to look at where you find them on pages, in groups, in messenger chat rooms, how you can find people on blog article comments, find them on other people's verandas, in Facebook adverts. All of this stuff we're going to spend an hour going through, and you'll have a really, really good idea about where you can find the perfect person for you to serve, and then we'll put them on your back veranda, and we'll bring them from there across to your group, and they'll never know what's going on. Because all the time you'll be Joanne, the amazing Joanne, who is doing laughter medicine and doing just providing the gratitude journals and getting the whole exposure, the whole brand awareness, building so it's that plane taking off down the runway. And when you see in Code Breakers, when you see there is things like there is a daily workflow checklist, what I encourage people to do is to reach out and connect with at least 3 to 5 people a day. So how many people do you have on your friends list right now?
I'm not sure. To be perfectly honest, I'm really not sure.
Okay, so let's see if I can see. Let me just see if I can stalk your profile. Joanne Lukehurst. 10 new posts. Friends. We are friends. We are friends. There we go. Oh, it doesn't tell me. It tells me you've got a few. You've got 76 friends.
Okay.
That is, as of today, 76 friends. Wow. Have you got so much opportunity? This is so exciting. I worked with a person who had who was really struggling, really struggling, and they had nearly 5,000 friends on their back veranda, and not one of them is going, no one's interested, no one wants to know what I'm doing. And I'm just going, well, you're not picking your friends very well then, are you? So follow me. You're going to get the perfect people who love what you do and what you have to offer. If you're going global, if you've got a laptop lifestyle, if you can do your coaching from anywhere and you don't have to be in one spot, the world is your oyster. You will find there are people there who want what you have to offer. So we'll start with 76 friends, and by the end of our coaching, you can actually start, well, probably let's go through the first few weeks, because I want to teach you who to find and then where to find them. And then you can start looking at getting at least 3 to 5 people a day on your back veranda. And what you'll find is that after a while, you'll go out and you'll make friends with them, and you'll connect with them, you'll build a relationship. They'll have to go, oh my God, the first person they think of when they go, there's something happening, is Joanne. I can, when I was doing face-to-face workshops, I was running training in my dining room, and there was one Friday morning I was teaching people how to connect with people in groups, and I picked 2 people from a group of 50,000. There was 52,000 people in this group. I picked 2 people to friend request and showed people how to do that, to be friends with them from this group, and I'll show you exactly how to do it as well. By Saturday morning, this was Friday morning, and by Saturday morning, one of those was sitting in my consulting room as a paying client. That's how fast this happens. It really, it's like, but it was no accident that I connected with her, and she just went, oh my God, you're exactly who I need right now. When can I see you? And so we were chatting in the messenger, after we connected. And then she said, right, when can I see you? And I said, well, when you want to. Now, she goes, it was about probably 9 o'clock Friday night by that time. And she came and saw me on Saturday morning. And she's still a friend. And I was really pleased I was able to help her on the path to her healing. So you just never know. You just don't know. It is that quick. So exciting stuff. The content monster. Now, you would have gone through this, because this is something that is always part of the Accelerate Your Business page. So you have lots of ideas around content. What I do now is I do focus on live broadcasts, and we will go through that when we talk about the content. We'll go through setting up the broadcasts and the planning. So now I did that with Paula from memory, doing even 3 months worth of content and scheduling regular broadcasts, all that type of thing. And then we'll look at some of this other stuff. How do you run a competition? Why would you do it? How do you, get engagement that way as well? So all of this stuff, really exciting. We can't get it into one day, unfortunately, otherwise I would. So this is what you've got to look forward to. All right, so live video, we'll do a little bit about that before, during, after. using your insights. I think we'd probably look at that. Well, step 7 and 8, we'll look at that down the track. That's something that I don't know if you're doing. Look at the reach on that baby. Can you see that?
I can, yeah.
Oh my God. And you know what? That was just over a year ago. And look at the page likes, 27. I never paid for any advertising on that page ever.
Well, funnily enough, I've still got $27 of Facebook advertising still sitting there.
Mm-hmm. We'll use it strategically.
Yeah, because they stopped it and they asked me to change it, and then I thought, I went and had a look and I thought, well, I think I have changed it, but I never got anything back. So yeah.
Can I just ask, well, I mean, we can have a look at that down the track as well. That's right at the end of the process, because most people want to just jump into ads, but there's so much more that you can do without ads. So what's the name of your group? I've
got Pink Penners. That's the journaling on Tuesday and Thursday.
Hang on.
And then Laughter at Pink.
And Laughter at Pink.
Yeah.
And they're both groups?
Yeah.
Okay. So Pink Penners Tuesday, Thursday, Laughter at Pink. Is there a regular thing that you're doing for that?
I was doing journal starters on Tuesday and Thursdays.
Yeah.
And like there started to be people following it,
mm-hmm.
and then there was nothing. There was nobody was responding or commenting or anything.
Yep.
So, and I just thought, well, with the paid gratitude journal, so I just put a post in there that for April, I'm not doing any further posts, because then I thought that's keeping people informed, and if they can go back and see the others, just to see what happens and how I feel and whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's very important to get your head around this as well, because again, doing something like that is actually stopping the plane halfway down the runway.
Okay.
So what if you stop the momentum, and I went away over Christmas for a week, and I had limited access to the internet, and I had no access while we were driving for 3 days or nearly 3 days, either way of the time we spent in Brisbane. But the amount of momentum I lost just from that 1 week just astounded me. It was like I had to go back almost to the start of the runway again. So the thing is, once you get up in the air, I guess you can sort of take it. It didn't take me anywhere near as long to get back up and running, but I was really amazed at the amount of the way it just dropped. It was like falling off a cliff. Like it just stopped. And it's like, even if you put a post there, no one's going to see it. Facebook's not going to show anyone, because it's up to you to drive it. And if you think of this like a baby, and it's going to starve if you don't feed it, and it's up to you to feed that little sucker every day.
Well, see, I've got all of April's posts already there.
Yep.
And what I've been doing is just scheduling them in.
Yep. That's a good idea. But and be present as well. And I know if you're feeling like, it's hard to be present, that's I think it's something that you'll have to work on. And again, you said you've done heaps and heaps of work on yourself to be in that space where you can be present. it's so easy to go, like, I just want to opt out, but you know this stuff. You don't need me to.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that I wanted to opt out. I didn't want to get stuck, like, and lose my passion for my real focus. You know what I mean? That's why I'm thinking to hire somebody, like a business coach or whatever, to do the techie stuff, so that I didn't get stuck there and that draw me down.
Yeah.
And miss out on, you know, those people that I should be helping, because I was still stuck in the techie stuff. So it wasn't that I wasn't to hide or anything.
Yeah.
It just like, I don't know how to proceed and still have the passion when I'm being drawn into all the other stuff.
All right. Well, if you do decide to hire someone to do the techie stuff for Facebook, please consider me, because
no, and absolutely, there's nothing, you know, like, and this is the thing, this is like, as hard as my life is at the moment, which part of it you can appreciate, going through the program for the gastric surgery and everything, which my family don't even get at all.
No.
Right? Just like, you know, and see, all my family is so focused on Dad having dementia and, you know, and his wife and everything. And I'm going, well, hang on, I'm finding really hard to save my life here. I might not get to 60, let alone 83, if I don't get this right.
Yeah.
And but the amazing thing is, when I do put myself out there and keep on going and be present, all these amazing things happen. It's like, okay, the universe going, you know what? You've got through this shit.
Yes, yes.
Now here's a situation or a person or something. And that's why I was in tears, because there you pop up and I've won this coaching. It's like,
you didn't win it, like, you earned it. Okay.
Thank you.
You earned it, and it wasn't rigged. It was just you were the one that, even though you had no builds in your emails, you actually totally earned it, because you were what? We need more milk. Oh, please. Anyone think it was 2? I want a bottle. All right. So we do have to wind it up. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'll just zip through these, and then we'll wind it up, and we'll continue next week. So these are the 10 steps, the overview of the 10 steps. 7 and 8 is scheduling posts using your insights. Obviously, you are very au fait with scheduling posts. I don't know, using your insights, you probably know a little bit about, I would imagine, because you've done the Accelerate Your Business Page course. So that's something that we look at as well. Look at when your people are online, that type of thing. Oh my God, I wish I had responses like that to some of my videos now. Those days are gone. Teach you to watch pages. Now, this is step 9 in the 10 steps to breaking the Facebook code, is a few simple things: posting great content, being consistent, being genuine, being authentic. And I'll go through this again. This is like almost like an hour again to actually teach people how to interact on Facebook. And when we talk about doing live videos and interacting on live videos, I reckon that's another 3-hour session, but we'll get there. Step 10 is eyeballs on your stuff. How do you get it? Here again, I'm saying discipline and consistency. Do 15 to 30 minutes a day. It's a push out, not a pull in. And that's like you push information out. Remember the House of Facebook? You choose where you go on the House of Facebook. Being in the news feed, I was going to actually show you, if we go back really quickly before the kid wants his okay, here, can you notice that there's no news feed?
Yeah.
There's no news feed because the news feed is I need a news feed is down here. This is whoops, no, it's not. It's down here. Down. See if I can do that. Right down here. It's not working. Along here. This is like this is like an information superhighway. Can you see that? And that's where all the people go, it goes flying past at a rate of knots. Okay, that's your news feed, and that's where you can step outside into the news feed if you want. But if you do that, then you're going to give yourself a timer, and then now I can't get rid of the eraser. There we go. Give yourself a timer, and then make sure that you stick with that, because otherwise you'll lose your life. But if you find that you're in the news feed and you should be doing working in groups, or you should be in Messenger, or you should be doing other stuff, and I hate the word should, but think about what you're doing and where you're doing it. Be conscious about it. The push out is where you decide you go on Facebook. It's not about the pull in, is where you're in the news feed and mindlessly just going through the news feed. You are accepting the information that Facebook is giving you. Now, that's not how we run a business. We're in control. So, okay. And then step 10 is obviously Facebook ads, and that is right at the end where we've got all of these other steps into play, and then we look at Facebook ads to maximize the stuff that you're already doing. Okay. Now, let's stop sharing and wind it up. That's
cool.
That's the big picture. So is there anything there that just clicked into place while we were talking?
Yeah.
Some ideas that you had, some things that you can do, some things to look forward to.
All of the above, yeah.
All right. So we will look at chatbots. We'll look at the techie stuff. So when I do the coaching, I teach people how to do it. So it might be that we're sharing screens and I'm showing you how to do it, or you might say, oh my God, take the screen and or I might say, oh my God, let me do it. We'll work that out as we go, because my biggest thing is to teach you to fish. So
yeah.
So if you're not doing it, if you feel like you need to have it done, like I said, before you employ anyone, ask me for a quote first, but then you might go, no, I want someone else. That's cool. I'll still love you. But but going through this process, a lot of that stuff will fall into place anyway.
Yeah, I think it will. I really do think it will.
Yeah. So just know that you've got the next few months just to let it flow. We will have to keep it to an hour. I did go a bit over, but we did start a little bit late. So I'm going to have to be disciplined about that, because once I start talking about this stuff, I find it hard to stop. So, but I've got some other stuff to do for Theone tonight. And will we be seeing you tomorrow?
You will. I've already got the bus paid for.